Hello YouTube, Saintbob here of Saintbob's YouTube channel. This is going to be a series of videos that I'm actually going to do called A Day in the Life of Saint Bob. And basically it's going to be a day-to-day diary of the kind of things that I get up to in game. And hopefully the point of these videos is going to show a lot of the new players or a lot of people on the fence, on the borderlines of purchasing and taking the plunge into Xsyon, kind of what the game's like now and what it's like to actually play the game from somebody who just plays the game. So hopefully it's going to show you guys what it's like. So first of all, let's go and create a new character. And I'm just going to quickly just customize certain things, not really too fussed what I look like at this point, just for the sake of the tutorial. I mean, you guys can take a lot more time and a lot more pride in creating it, and you can just choose whatever you want. But this isn't my main account, this is my second account. I do have another one that I play that is part of the tribe. I'm not going to say what account that is. I'll let you all speculate. But yeah, I'm just going to create this guy just very quickly, and there we go. Okay, so the stats in this game are a little bit, some of them are different to most games, and I'm just going to quickly go through now and tell you what they are. I'm not going to go into detail, but I'm just going to tell you what kind of things they affect, and what sort of things they can be used for. So let's start, just go straight down the list. Strength actually increases your carrying capacity, your encumbrance. It also increases your combat damage, your logging and your terraforming, and it also increases your bonecraft skill. Fortitude next. Fortitude increases your energy, your stamina, your hit points and your resistance. I'm assuming that's resistance to damage, although it could be resistance to magic damage, which isn't in yet, so I'm not sure if resistance is working or if it's implemented yet. Agility. Agility now is your combat speed, your jumping, your swimming and your climbing. Okay, dexterity. This increases a lot of crafts. It increases your basketry, your toolcraft, your weaponcraft, your bonecraft, your leathercraft, your woodwork, your tailoring, your cooking, your fire building, your logging and your fishing skills and crafts. Okay, so that's a big one, and I'm probably going to max that one out. Intelligence, okay, increases your poisoning, your healing, your architecture, your reading and your religion. It also increases your scavenging. It also increases your foraging and all crafts. Now it doesn't increase poisoning, healing and reading and religion because they aren't in yet, but it increases your architecture, your scavenging and foraging and the crafts. Perception. We'll go straight on to perception. Perception is your cooking, your fishing, your scavenging, your foraging, your hiding detection, so the ability to detect people who are hiding, stealing, woodwork and fire building. Charm is your animal taming, your tribal leadership, your religion, your fail chance and your luck chance. So basically that it decreases your fail chance and increases your luck chance. Spirit increases your healing ability, your cooking, your animal taming, your faith, your religion and your experience that you gain from completing your crafts and failing crafts as well. And it also increases your architecture and basketry. Now, healing, cooking, animal taming, faith and religion are not in the game yet. What I will say though is I'm not 100% sure whether the spirit, when it increases your healing ability, which isn't in game yet, I'm not sure if that actually increases your recovery time. What I mean by recovery time is the time it takes for you to lay on the floor or sit on the floor and recover your stamina and energy. It could just be that it increases your stamina, and maybe increasing that may increase the time it takes to decrease the time it takes to restore your hit points. However, if anyone wants to confirm that for me, that'd be fantastic. So that's basically the stats quickly explained. I didn't want to go into too much detail of that because they are, they're up and down and they are due to change. So I'm just going to go with my standard build that may not be a build that is the best out there. I don't really care. I'm just playing it, and these are the ones that seem to, you know, really just help me along the way. So I'm not for 1 minute preaching that this is the best stat build to go, because it probably just isn't, and it all depends on the things that you want to do in game anyway. So so let me just go ahead and increase them like I normally do. I'm going to have max strength, max fortitude, max agility. I'll also max the dex, and then I usually, it's a toss up between perception and charm, purely for the fact that if I'm going to do some PvP, then I want to be able to use hide ability, and if I'm not, then I want some nice fail, decrease the fail chance and increase the luck chance. But I'm going to do a bit of PvP, so I'm going to go with perception. I'm going to put perception up to 70. Okay, so top right then we've got the select combat skill. I'm going to stick with armed combat over dodging, parrying and unarmed combat, purely for the fact that I like axes, and I'm going to go with axes. Again, the reason I'm going axes is because I've seen more axes than I have any other weapon. So I figured, well, that's probably going to be the easiest ones to get. So I'm going to go with axes just to give myself an easy head start. Select my skill. Okay, I'm going to go hunting, because in order to do PvP, really, you could go around naked, just like I am now on screen, and go around and punch the hell out of people if you wanted. But who really wants to do that? Who doesn't want to go out, gain loads and loads of cool armor, gain loads and loads of cool weapons, and go out on the killing spree? I do. I want to try and get to that point, so I'm just going to go around and see what I can do. So I'm going to go with hunting, so I can kill some animals, use their bones to create armor. I'm going to go for my next skill that I can specialise in, is scavenging, logging, hiding, fishing, terraforming. I'm going to go with hiding, purely for the fact that I'm going to do PvP and it'd be nice to sneak up on somebody. Now the craft skill is debatable here. For a lot of people, a lot of factors do determine what kind of things you specialise in. If you're going to be in a tribe and you're not going to do this on your own, and you're not going to just be in the world on your own for a while, then I would go with anyone that you want, or whichever one the tribe needs. However, for me, I'm just going to do this as a solo player, so I need to think what's going to best benefit me. Now the two that pop up straight away is toolcraft and basketry. Why? Well, toolcraft, it's going to give you the tools necessary to do other skills and crafts, so that's always good. And basketry, why? Well, it gives you the ability to store items right from the very start, and you're going to be able to have tons of baskets around full of really cool items. You can set the permissions to private, and you can make them so they are basically secure, like a vault. So I'm going to go with basketry, because I figured, well, I want my stuff to be safe, and I want to be able to go out, store loads of stuff, and not fill up a 6x6 bag or something like that, and end up needing to come back 5 minutes later. So I'm going to go with basketry. I'm going to pick up some random armor. This is not armor, this is just cosmetic stuff, just to look different. Start location, to make it fair, I'm just going to go completely random here and try and pick one at random, and I'm going to stop right now. Secret Cove. No idea, I've not been there myself as a starting location, so I'm just going to go with that. Now, because I'm specialised in axes, I believe the Massacre is an axe, so I'm going to stay with that, and I'm going to put my name in here. Check name, there we go, thank God no one's took it, and I'm now going to go create. Okay, so my character's there, it's ready to go. I'm going to stop the video here, and I'll come back to you when I'm in game after the loading screen. Okay guys, so I've just entered the world, and the first thing that I'm going to do is take a look around, see what I can see. I have no idea of this starting location, so I'm just going to take a look, see what I can see. I'm looking for junk. Now I think that is junk over there. Let's have a look, and we've got plenty of junk over there, so let's head in this direction. Okay, now what we need to try and do is find a place we can set up camp, and also find a place where there's going to be not so many people. And I think that's going to be quite hard at the moment, because it is a very good game and a lot of people are playing it at the moment, so I would imagine that we're going to find a few people knocking around. So let's see what we can see. Let's have a look. Okay, just going to go around here while I'm trying to find a nice reasonable place to set up camp. I'm going to talk about a few things that people have mentioned on the forums. Now, I'm no big tech head, and I'm no big huge computer geek who knows everything there is about computers. I know a little bit, but I'm not going to preach that I know more than anybody else, because I probably don't. But I figured, there's been a lot of speculation about the loading times in the screens, and it just takes forever. Well, yes and no, and let me explain. Yes, okay, it takes probably a bit longer than most games would at the moment, but how many other games do you know that do and allow and have these features in that this game has? What other game you know of that actually allows you to shape the world however you want to? There aren't very many at all. And with this one, this is a full 3D, fully fledged MMO. If you compare this to say WoW, and I don't mean the game types, I don't mean anything like that, I mean it in terms of loading and things like that. WoW, everything that you need on WoW is all on CDs, it's all on your downloads, and it's all on your computer. There's, last time I looked, it's around about 30 to 40 gigs worth of information that's on your computer, and that basically holds all the information for all the cities, all the buildings, all the terrain, everything. And so therefore the server doesn't need to search for any of that stuff. And with this game, it's slightly different. Everything is changing all the time. Right now, somebody's terraforming that I can't see. Right now, somebody's set up a camp somewhere, and that has altered the world. That has completely altered the world. And, that is why it takes quite a lot, not a lot, just a bit longer than most games would to load the game. It's purely for the fact that, well, it's got, the server has got to download all that information to your computer every time you go in the loading screen, because something's changing all the time. If it didn't do that, then nothing would look as though it's been changed. So I know that it's a bit long, and sometimes when a new patch has gone up or something like that, and every single person in the community tries to get on at the same time, it does take quite a while to get on. But that's because there's 600 people trying to get on the servers at the same time, etc., etc. And that does affect loading times, and it will do. But just like now, I mean, it's the middle of, it's 9 o'clock GMT time, and it took me less than a minute to get on from the loading screens, and I'm happy with that. I'm quite content with that. This is a game that's, I've been looking for this type of game for years, something at this magnitude and complexity, and a lot of people have. And I think, guys, you should just really overlook that small little thing, and just enjoy the game for what it is, because I mean, it's brilliant. It really is, and there's tons of potential. Everyone keeps saying it. There's tons of potential. So that's just my little rant, my little vent out of the way, and hopefully you can kind of see why it takes a little bit of long time to do that. So at the moment in time, back to the game, I am looking for a nice place to set up camp that's going to be close to junk, and pretty close to somewhere where I can kind of be safe and secure. And this place isn't. So what I'm going to do is, looks like I'm entering an incline or lake or ridge, whichever one it decides to put me in, and I'm going to try and aim and go over there, if you can see, because it looks like there's loads of junk up there. So I'm going to stop the video here, because I don't see the point of you guys just watching me run through the world, and I'll come back once I've found a suitable place for me to set up camp. So I shall see you pretty soon.